Tales of Vindicators, this is Xenoxis, and this is the Xenoxis Show for the 17th of March 2017. So today I went up early morning, actually because I went to bed really late the previous day, because sometimes I have a problem with not being able to like shower on certain days, because I'm like, I get too tired, or if I go up too late then I don't have time to shower because then I get too busy and stuff like that. So what I decided to do today, or yesterday, was I'm gonna sleep 12 hours, you know. So because of sleeping 12 hours, that meant I went up at 2:30 today in the morning. So I went to bed during... So I went to bed at... Like, I went to bed during Friday. Oh no, I went to bed during Thursday, but then went up on Friday, basically. Which I know is what you do normally, but... So I went up 2:30 in the morning. This means that I haven't gone to bed yet, because the thing is, sometimes I'm up, you know. Normally they say what's normal for a person to be up is to be up for like 14 hours and stuff like that. But the longest I have ever been up has been like 26 hours during a very specific day at one point, you know. But today, if I stay up from when I went up at 2:30, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... 12, and since there's a 24-hour clock, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I actually counted a bit wrong there, because if I am up to 20, 30, which is then it's pretty dark outside, like at 20:00, then it's like 4 hours before midnight, and at that point I will have been up for 18 hours. And if I go to bed at 20:00, then I can like sleep for 8 hours and then go up at 6 in the morning the next day. And then if I will continue on, keep going up at 6 in the morning, then when it has gone 14 hours from 6 in the morning, then it is at 20:00 again. So if I keep going up, so if I keep going to bed at 20:00 each day, then I can keep, you know, going up at 6 in the morning, you know. Which will be good, you know. That's what I'm trying to aim for, you know, when I've taken my hair now, because now it's actually getting pretty hot outside. Not super hot or anything, but, you know, spring is finally coming, you know. Hopefully we don't get another batch of snow. It was at one point when we thought, oh, it's getting hot again, and then all of a sudden, nope, snow. And it was like, what the fuck? You know, like snow just randomly, like, boom. You know, like, oh, it's the middle of spring, but snow? Nope, you know. Anyway, today I'm gonna go over some food products that I wanted to do for a long time. These have been in here for like several weeks and stuff that I meant to do it in probably my second or third vlog that I did. I wanted to cover these things, you know. One of the peanut butter things I've talked about on my old channel, if I remember correctly, but so this is the peanut butter I really like. I cleaned this out when I got done with it. At first I didn't manage to clean it out properly, so then it started smelling really badly. And the worst thing is, when I cleaned it out the first time when I did it badly, then I managed to get a bunch of water on it, so it's hard to see. Like, if you see here, things have been ripped from it here. If you can see, yeah, text has been ripped. It doesn't look good, you know. But this is the brand, by the way. Mississippi Belle, Arkansas Crunchy Peanut Butter. Really good, and it's actually both vegan and gluten-free and lactose-free. Lactose-free, I mean. So yeah. You know, because there's very difference between being a vegetarian and being vegan. Vegan, then you're not allowed to eat anything basically that comes from animals. A vegetarian, then you're not allowed to eat meat, but a vegetarian, for example, can eat fish. They can eat chicken, for example, and stuff like that. But a vegan, for example, they cannot eat butter, normal butter, because that comes from the cow. They cannot drink milk because that comes from a cow, you know, and stuff like that. Like any product that comes from an animal, they cannot eat. So yeah. But yeah, really good crunchy peanut butter. And it was pretty fun. I managed to get something like this here in Sweden, because the thing is, when you buy peanut butter, for example, when you buy good peanut butter, you never want to get anything that has less fat in it, because guess how they make peanut butter less fatty. right? Guess how they do that? You know, peanuts are naturally pretty fat. You know, if you have eaten anything like, if you have eaten any kind of snacks with peanuts in them, like any kind of things, you know, like here in Sweden, you have something called like ostbågar, which is made with cheese, which is like these, like, it's almost like a sea, and then they're made of cheese. Then there are different ones, which are like that sea shape again almost, but made of a peanut basically, and stuff that, you know. So yeah, that's really good. But the thing is, like, in peanut butter with less fat in it, the way they manage to keep the flavor is instead they prop it full with sugar, like a shit ton more sugar than what is normal. So you always want to have normal peanut butter. Never go for anything with less fat or anything like that, because those things are less healthy for you, which is pretty funny. Because yes, peanut butter isn't exactly healthy, but the type of fat that comes from peanuts is actually healthy and helps your heart and stuff there, which is a bit weird, you know. But the best thing when eating peanut butter is you can eat like less sandwiches. Like normally I was like eating, for example, like 4 sandwiches might not be enough for you, or 4 you know, slices of bread might not be enough for you to get yourself, you know, your stomach filled, you know. And it could be like, oh, but if you take peanut butter on it, you know, then it can last you way longer, you know, and stuff like that, you know. Yeah, really, really good. The peanut butter I'm probably going to keep somewhere. But these next 2 products are very special. These are some vegetarian spring rolls. It says in Swedish there. Now the thing is, this product series here is like Asian focused and stuff like that, which is really good, you know. But the thing is that the time it says that you need to have them, how to cook them, is wrong. And we have a pretty good oven. We have a hot air oven, basically, which is better than your standard oven. You make the food way faster. Like, so normally on food that you would need to have like 200 degrees. In a hot oven you maybe need 180, because a hot oven heats up stuff better. So these come with 20 spring rolls in them. That's 420 grams of food. They take about 10 minutes to make in 225 degrees. But when I took them and did that, the first time I did them, when I did 225, and then for 10 minutes, you basically make them in an oven, 225 degrees Celsius, by the way, not Fahrenheit, Celsius, in about 10 minutes is what to say here. But after about 10 minutes, you get them out. Some of them are hot. In the middle, they're cold as fuck. They're still frozen. So I took 15 minutes, 225 on the hot oven, in the hot air oven. Perfect. So add another 5 minutes to these if you ever buy them, you know. And these you make in the oven. These doesn't have anything that you can make them in the microwave. But there have been things at times that says this you have to make in the oven, and I still made it in the microwave, because our microwave is also hot air. And that just makes it so that, for example, when I make food, for example, or if they have already eaten food and I'm heating just something up, then I usually do it on 360, which is a certain setting. 900 watts is the maximum. I take it on 360 watts on the microwave. Then for 7 minutes. Then it's like almost like you're cooking something, you know. Anyway, this next thing here is Japanese dumplings with meat filling. The cool thing about this is you can cook them in several ways. I recommend the microwave style cooking of these. There's also not sauerkraut, but it's a type of kraut in it, like the white ones. You know, there's a lot of different really interesting things. The thing is, you get some sauce with this as well. You get some rather spicy sauce, which has like chili in it and other stuff, you know. These sauces are like frozen, so what I usually do is I take the sauces, right? They are in 2 bags, two sauce bags. I usually take the bag under a sink, I put on hot water, and I put on have the water go on the sauce bag for a certain amount of time until it like heats up, until it's like hot enough to pour over these things. So what you do basically is you take the frozen dumplings, you put them in a container basically, which you can have in a microwave. So don't take a container with like that's made of a material that's not allowed in a microwave. And then they tell you to hold over one. I believe you convert this thing to tablespoon, but it's called a matsked here in Sweden of water. I usually take what I do instead is I take 3 deciliters of water. The reason why I do that, which is way more than what they recommend, is I take the water and I take the water so that they cover the dumplings. I basically take and spill the water on the dumplings so the dumplings absorb some of the water, because the thing is, I've read about people who have made these like in the oven and in the microwave and stuff that, and people always manage to get them very, very dry and then become all like rubbery and stuff that, and they only become rubbery if you don't have enough water. So I add more water than what they recommend, and stuff that. That's what I do, And then this container that you have them in, you need to cover them up with a certain type of plastic, which you have, or like a lid you can cover them with as well. And then they say you need to have them in the microwave on 750 watts for 4 to 5 minutes. And again, the first time I did these, I tried that, but then they were cold as fuck. So what I do is I take it on 900 watts, which is the maximum for a microwave, because 600 is the next setting below that, and 600 is way too low. So I take it on 900 watts for 7 minutes. Is what I take them on, and then they get really, really fucking good, The thing is also with the water that I pour over them and stuff there. When I pour on the sauce, then that means that the sauce won't become as strong, because the sauce can be really, really overpowered. The main problem with these though is they get really, really smelly. Like you need to have your fans on in the kitchen on like the maximum and stuff there, because they stink pretty, pretty bad, Or like the smell is not bad, the smell is good, but it will easily cover your whole house and stuff there. So yeah, keep that in mind. But anyway, we're gonna throw away these before I start the next recording session. So I can throw them away downstairs. But anyway, I'll be back really soon with the next part of the Xenoxis Show for the 17th of March 2017. See you all very, very soon. Next part, we're going to be talking about the Legend of Zelda, or TLOZ. Breath of the Wild, or BOW. Bioweapon, yeah. Nemesis stars done. Yum, 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 yum. How I say awesome, blah, blah. What? Oh, I thought I stopped it.